And I'll ask you this, how many of the people in the gym are you worried about? You're only worried about yourself, right? You're only worried about how everybody else is looking at you. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the official first video of 2021. Happy New Year to you guys. I know I took a little bit of a break from YouTube over the holidays. I actually usually do that, so it shouldn't be that surprising, but I'm back and I'm better and I'm excited to get this 2021 content out to all of you. First and foremost, I will say bear with me. I have a new lens, new lighting, and a slightly different setup than usual. So if anything is off, please bear with me. I'm just getting accustomed to all this shiny new stuff, but I'm super excited for today's video because it's going to be unlike anything I've really ever done on my channel. I get so many comments and messages from you guys on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, on all of my platforms, about how to be more confident. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you my top 5 tips for being a more confident person, so you can start the year off on a high note. Also, if you're new here and this is the first video of mine you're seeing, welcome. My name is Ashley, and you can click the button down below to subscribe for more confidence, body positivity, plus size fashion, all of the good vibes. I am your new internet BFF, empowering you to be your best, most confident self. So yeah, let me not ramble on any longer. I have my notes in my notebook. Let's get into my top 5 tips for confidence. Okay, I will start this off by saying that I am a Sagittarius, so I'm naturally a very confident person, also raised by a single mother, so I was very much instilled with a lot of self-love and self-assurance as I grew up, but that still doesn't mean that I didn't deal with insecurities, body image issues, other confidence-related issues growing up, and still struggle with as an adult today. So I'm really excited to share these tips with you because they have definitely helped me along the way just become a more confident woman. So my first tip is all about unlearning negative self-talk. If you're somebody that deals with body image issues, general self-esteem issues, then you definitely have been talking bad about yourself in your head for a very long time, if not like basically the majority of your lifetime. So this is probably one of the toughest things to do because you've got a lifetime of talking bad about yourself to unlearn. You have to unpack it and switch it around to being your own best friend. So unlearning negative self-talk is super important because all of those negative, bad, mean thoughts that you have in your head are doing no good for anybody, especially you. So a negative self-thought is basically anything that you would feel horrible saying to somebody else, or you would feel horrible if your best friend said it about herself, or if somebody else said it about your mom. If you know that it's a mean thing to say to somebody else, then why are you saying it about yourself? The same way it would hurt somebody else's feelings if you said that to them, it's hurting your own feelings. So stop it. Just cut it out. And I know that's easier said than done, so I have kind of a method to help you guys unlearn negative self-talk. So first and foremost, you're gonna write down on a piece of paper all of those negative self-thoughts, whether they're I'm ugly, I'm fat, I'm unworthy, anything that you can get super specific to, like my nose is huge, or like my ass is lumpy. Like, get specific, because the point of being super specific with these negative self-thoughts is to unpack them. Where did they stem from? Is it something that somebody else said to you? Is it something that an ex-boyfriend pointed out that you never even noticed, but now it became an insecurity because he pointed it out, and he might not have even meant it as a negative thing, but now it's all you can think about? Make sure that you're very specific about your negative self-thought, and then also very specific about where it came from. Some of these you might not even be sure of, but I definitely suggest that you dig deep. Try to pinpoint the moment that this negative self-thought came about, because that will help you unpack it and kind of see that it's an irrational thought. Like, it came from some stupid guy, or it came from this one stupid moment that really means nothing in your life, and it helps you get through it by just knowing where it stemmed from to begin with. And then the final step to help you unlearn this negative self-thought is to come up with a positive replacement thought. Say your negative self-thought is my thighs are huge and I have cellulite. Your positive replacement thought could be, oh yeah, but my ass is juicy. And that was just a specific example for you guys to get an idea of like how you can do this for your own negative self-thoughts. But like I've been saying this whole time, I want you to be super specific with it because that will help the most. So now every time you have that mean thought about yourself and you're like, my thighs are huge and I have cellulite, you also be like, oh, but I have a great ass. And you'll feel good about yourself because of this positive replacement thought. So having these positive replacement thoughts ready to go is going to help you be more mindful of how mean you're talking about yourself, basically, and switch it around to be a positive thought. Even though it might start off negative, you're going to build yourself up right along with it, and eventually you'll stop having those negative thoughts and they'll just be replaced with the positive ones. Tip number 2, and this is something I learned from one of my favorite authors, books that have changed my life, Miss Rachel Hollis. She says that others' opinions of you is none of your business. And I have found this to be so true, because first and foremost, you can't change other people's opinions of you. Their opinions of you has a lot more to do with them and their perception of the world and where they are at in life than it does with you. It kind of all boils down to like having haters. If you've got haters, if you've got people creeping on your Instagram that only ever have shit to talk, then you know that they're just jealous. They literally are only hating on you because they envy what you have. So other people's opinions of you are literally just a reflection on them. If they see something in you that they want, they're going to put it down because they're in a negative space. So stop worrying about anybody else's opinion. The only opinion of you that matters is yours. Yes, you should take into account the opinion of people that you love and the people that you care about, but those opinions matter because those are the people that are trying to build you up, hopefully. If they're not, get them out of your life. That's a whole other thing about confidence. But the people that really love you and care about you see the best in you. So their opinion is probably higher than even your own opinion of yourself right now. But other than those opinions, you cannot care about what other people think of you. It just does not serve you. It doesn't do any good for you. You can be the sweetest peach in the world, but there's still some people that either don't like peaches or, like me, are allergic to peaches. So you're not going to be for everyone, and you just have to come to terms with that. The people that are meant to be in your life, the people that are going to build you up, the people that's opinions matter are always going to see you in a great light. So don't live for other people. Don't do anything for other people. Don't dress for other people. Don't do your makeup for other people. Do everything for you, because at the end of the day, hate to get morbid, but literally at the end of the day, you've only got you. You have to look out for yourself. Take pride in being selfish sometimes. Like, if you have to look out for yourself before you can look out for anybody else, because if you're not doing good, you cannot serve other people to the best of your ability. So stop thinking about what other people, it just doesn't, it don't matter. It literally does not matter. And I would say to even look at it from another person's point of view. Say there's, I mean, we've all been there. Say there's somebody on the internet that like you just cannot stand, but you, for some reason, can't stop watching, can't stop following, can't stop looking at their Instagram stories, their pictures. Take a step back and think to yourself, why? Why am I a hater? Why am I being a hater? Am I being a hater, or is this just a bad person? Because especially if you're still dealing with some confidence issues in yourself, a lot of times you're just being a hater. And this is me being 100% real. You guys know I keep it real with you. If you have people on the internet that you're like, ugh, this girl is like, she's not even that cute. Like, she's not even that cute. Who does she think she is? Blah, blah, blah. Maybe, just maybe, take a step back and look at it. Maybe you're envious of her. Maybe you're like, actually, her hair's really pretty and I wish I had that hair. Maybe just take a step back and look at it. And I can promise you, there are probably some people out there in the world thinking those things about you because they're hating, they're envious on your life. So it goes both ways. Your opinion of that person you're hating on shouldn't matter to them. And the people that are hating on you, the opinion that they have of you should not matter to you, because it doesn't matter. Overall, like, it doesn't matter. The girl with the good hair is still going to have the good hair, and she's not going to be worried about what you thought of her hair or why you're scrolling past her Instagram stories, scrolling past her Instagram posts and not liking, but still peeping everything. You know what I mean? Okay, so tip number 3 is to choose you every day. And this goes back to something I say all the time, that being a confident person doesn't mean you don't have insecurities. It just means that you don't let them stop you from living your life. You don't let them stop you from wearing the outfit that you're maybe a little bit afraid to wear, stop you from doing the activity, going to the gym, doing whatever it is that your insecurity is telling you not to do. You choose to do them in spite of those insecurities every day. To become a better person, to do things outside of your comfort zone. Being confident just means that you see all these things that you are working on, trying to get more confident about, trying to be less of an insecurity for you, and you're doing things in the direction to get you out of that comfort zone to make you feel better about them. So say your insecurity is that you're overweight and you're too afraid to go to the gym because you don't want other people watching you work out. Listen, sis, listen. I guarantee you 90% of that gym is in the same headspace. In the same headspace that like, oh my God, everybody's staring at me. Everybody's staring at me. I probably look so stupid at the gym. I haven't been to the gym in ages. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing. I probably look so fat in this outfit, blah, blah, blah. And I'll ask you this. How many of the people in the gym are you worried about? You're only worried about yourself, right? You're only worried about how everybody else is looking at you. If 90% of the gym is in that same headspace, nobody's worried about anybody. everybody is so insecure about themselves being at the gym that I promise you not one freaking person is paying attention to you on the elliptical. They don't even notice you're there because they're so in their own head. Once you have that mentality, you're like, oh, nobody's even watching me. I can literally do cartwheels across this gym floor and that girl over there would still be pulling on her leggings thinking that she looks fat. Like, it doesn't matter. And that kind of also goes back to number 2 with other people's opinions of you is none of your business. Even if you did the cartwheels or even if somebody else in the gym did think you looked fat in that outfit, literally who cares? Literally who cares? Because you're probably never going to see them again. If they ever said anything to you like that, you have every right to curse them out and flip them off. Like, you know, they're a horrible person, so their opinion of you really doesn't matter. But like I said, live in spite of those insecurities. Do the things outside of your comfort zone that will get you to make those insecurities less than. Like, I'm definitely insecure about my weight some days, and then some days I'm like, I'm a badass bitch. But I will say I've been the girl at the gym like, oh my god, I don't want to get on the Stairmaster because I've never used the Stairmaster and I don't know how to do it and I'm probably gonna look stupid and it's in the middle of the cardio room floor and blah blah blah. And then I got on the Stairmaster and not one single person looked at me. And I was like, oh, okay, well, there's that. Just do the thing. I know it will be uncomfortable, but anything that's uncomfortable at first, it's like breaking in a pair of shoes. Anything that's uncomfortable at first, you'll just get used to them and then they'll become normal. For all of my millennials out there, the first time you ever wore a pair of skinny jeans, like way back in junior high school, wasn't it the weirdest thing in the world to not have baggy legs around? Like, wearing skinny jeans for the first time was probably the weirdest feeling you've ever had. Then your entire closet slowly but surely became skinny jeans, and that was pretty much the norm up until very recently when straight legs came back. So, okay, so now I'm on a tangent for this tip, but like I can talk about confidence for ages and ages and ages. So that's tip number 3. Okay, tip number 4 is your only competition is yourself yesterday. Basically, this means stop comparing yourself. Stop comparing yourself to other people and competing with them. Okay, so an example for this is any of my girls out there that are also influencers or trying to become an influencer. There's a lot of competition in the influencer space, and to me, it really doesn't make any sense because the internet is huge. Not one person on the internet only follows one person, so it's not like this girl over here is going to take your followers. It's not like her over there is going to take all your subscribers. How many people do you subscribe to on YouTube? How many people do you follow on Instagram? You can follow and subscribe to a million different people. So basically all that to say, stop competing with anybody but yourself. It's doing you no good. Obviously, a good level of healthy competition is always good to keep you going with your goals, but don't project that negatively. Like, if you see somebody that you look up to on the internet, I'm only using social media as an example because it's like, that's what I do. So that's, you know, where I resonate. But if you see an Instagram page that you look up to, they have way more followers than you, and you're like, listen, I want to beat this person in followers. You can set that goal for yourself, and that might be like a driving force to get you to do the things you have to do, be consistent with posting, post better content, show up on stories, do all the things that you need to do to beat this person's follower count. But that doesn't mean that you're going to do everything they're doing and compare yourself specifically to their page just to get there. You're going to do everything you have to do to be your own person to get however many followers it takes to beat their follower count. But you're not going to sit there and be like, okay, so Ashley posted a picture in a green sweatsuit up against a pink wall, so I have to post a picture with a green sweatsuit up against a pink wall because that's what worked for her, so it'll work for me. Listen, girl, I can tell you first and foremost, that's not going to work. That's not a good strategy. Not a good strategy, specifically for social media. Not a good strategy. But maybe you posted a picture today that you were like, I like this picture a lot, but I think my quality can get better. Or I think my lighting could be better. Or I think my makeup could look better. Or I think I could have showed up on stories more today. Or I think that I could have been more consistent about uploading a YouTube video at a specific time on a specific day for 3 weeks. You just have to compete with yourself from yesterday. So say last week you posted 2 Instagram posts and they did pretty well, but you weren't that engaged on stories, so you're not really feeling a lot of the engagement from your followers. That means next week or even the next day, I'm going to be on stories 10 times today, and I'm going to post an extra time. I'm going to post 3 times this week. The only person you should be worried about is yourself. How can I be a better me? So take who you are today and decide how, small steps. So like I said, if you posted 2 times last week on Instagram, this week we're going to do 3 times. Small steps to just become a better you. Stop worrying about everybody else. Their life is their life. They're worried about how to make themselves a better them, so you should be worried about you. My last tip, and I think I kind of touched on this before, but confidence is a muscle. You have to do the things every single day to strengthen it. The same way that with the muscles in your body, you can't just do one squat today and expect to have like amazing glutes tomorrow. You have to keep exercising. You have to keep putting in the work to see the results that you want. So you can't just do positive affirmations today and then expect them to last you for the rest of the year. You have to really practice these things. So the positive replacement thoughts, every time you have a negative self-thought, you got to have those every single time. You got to look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself some positive affirmations. You have to make sure that you're not worried about other people's opinions of you. You've got to make sure that you're doing the things to take you outside of your comfort zone, to live in spite of your insecurities. Literally, you have to, it's a culmination of all of these things all the time. And yes, it is hard work. And yes, you will have days that you're like, I just don't. I hate everything, including myself today, and that's just it. And we're gonna have those hard days. But like I said earlier, choose you every day. So if you had a hard self-image day today, tomorrow you're going to pick yourself up, you're going to do some self-care, you're going to put on a little extra makeup, you're going to put on your most confident outfit to make yourself feel better so that you can have a better day the next day. Compete with yourself like this last tip kind of brings everything home. So yeah, it takes action to strengthen it. It's a muscle, and if you let it go, it's going to get weaker and weaker. So you have to practice these things every day to stay confident, because girl, let me tell you, after these holidays, my muscles, my real muscles, they're weak. I'm so out of shape now because I haven't worked out in months. This specific tip for confidence is a muscle. I'm putting that into my real body right now, and I'm like, girl, she weak as fuck. And those, my friends, are my top 5 tips for confidence. I know this might not have been like other people's top tips for confidence kind of video, but I guarantee you probably took something away from it because I keep it real with you. I keep it real. Let me know how you like this video down in the comments below. Also, let me know if you are somebody that's working on confidence or self-image. Let us know some of your tips. What positive affirmations do you love for yourself? What things have you done to work on your self-image? I love you all so much. Thank you for watching. If you're new here and you watch all the way through to the end, you might as well click that subscribe button down below and join our family. You can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok for more confidence, pep talks, body positivity, plus size fashion, all the good stuff. I'm Super Ashley 127 on all of my platforms. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in my next video.